Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. December 21st, 2022. December 21, 2022. You know, another beautiful day in the horizon here. There are lots of challenges, lots of problems over the face. But Sierra Leoneans, you are not patient for too long. It's only a matter of time. Salon will get into what we want. But you see, we all get a responsibility and we all get to role that we get for play the society. If they like it today, you know, we get the opportunity for talk. 1-2 person listen. I think so. We get a responsibility for make sure say the messages that we pass straightforward message to the point. No ben. We don't condone unconstitutionality. We don't condone illegality. We don't look at the total picture of Sierra Leone. And by the way, I can always confuse me brother the birthday. You know, me twin brother them. So maybe the birthday today or tomorrow, but it's I will confirm and fine. I can always mix up between the 21st of December or 22nd December. But I'll confirm properly with them. I want to believe saying that the 21st not today because I get one other uncle we get birthday today the 22nd with the McKinney. So I want to believe say you know between them birthday they can mix up the dates. The birthday they can book inside December for me, but it's okay. So happy birthday to them.
We cannot miss it, because like if not tomorrow now, like they get double wishes from us today. But I don't think we should skip it today, just in case it is today, because it will be too late.
Right on.
Tomorrow. But look, I mean, like again, so now you call them bien or
now me call them bien. Now me call them bien. Now me the big one.
Okay, so
yeah.
Nobody they can say the one way they call bien and the patient. So you know to the patient, isn't it?
Not at all. I don't forget to call me. Well, where are they going to remind me today? My sister, where are they going to remind me? Hey, can you wait talk about Gaga is? When I can come across certain people on social media, like they will not sabi me. You know, say a lot of new people can come every day, new one them. We don't sabi, we don't get no background. They can this guy, who's saying there, all this time when they talk, who's saying there. I say, look, hey, you know, go taking time like doing research, you know, taking time like look through my Facebook page, like look through it.
That's exactly.
It's sad. It's sad.
You know, somebody not a camera, yeah. It doesn't matter when you come,
right?
How you come, as long as you do have a message.
A message. Focus.
What we care about.
Focus.
You know, like it is. Yeah, you have to think about Salon. You have to think about the bigger picture. But anyway, let's give shout out to your brothers. Like you know, just want to say a very happy birthday to them. And,
absolutely.
You know, I guess like you know they do have the same mind. You know, determined for making the country. Is it the one where they walk now? No, I don't want.
Yes, Gashi. Thank you. You know, say that in a secret. That weapon they left somewhere. They all two in a critical place them across the globe. They all two in a critical positions across the globe. Now left us no more. But we watch them. Yes, Gashi. But you know,
very, very happy birthday to them.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
God's richest blessing, you know, go to them, and I believe say surely, like the Momina also not go forget them birthday. Now you maybe say you could always come this morning when you left and say, Mommy, now today for the birthday or tomorrow.
Yes, it's a fact. It's a fact. I won't believe say that today, but if not tomorrow, I'll go make the correction. And nobody again. They go be a we Yes. Maybe over the easy for member. I didn't tell you, bro. I tell you, man. Let's see no more. But anyways, I wish them well, bro. I wish them well. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But you know, Sierra Leoneans, you know, we can discuss, two pertinent issues. One, we can delve into, you know, the politics of Sierra Leone and definitely the APC get for Rob inside there. But it's that tribal politics we want to try for get rid of. That regional politics, that kind of politics they now we want to try for get rid of. We want a Sierra Leone where people they vote based on policies. You know, they vote say, hey, my brother this, now come on, I want to talk so I want to talk Kuranko, I want to talk Madingo. So yeah, I see this and our brother this, regardless of they don't even check this brother here background for see what he do, what he work, what he stand for, you know, or this past 4 years, you know, hide on day, what he they say, what he advocates against, you know, the killings of our citizens, them, the destruction of our economy, all of these things, then people there not participate at all, you know, for call the attention of this government. Price are hiking every day, expensive and all that stuff. Well, they can't discuss that, Andy. But we stopped yesterday with this ECOWAS Parliament. And we see how the roles of these newspapers in Sierra Leone, one for call the attention of we brother and sister that we get publications them, we get newspaper them in Sierra Leone. One for guide una, for calling our attention to una listen. You see, the Sierra Leone will all get a moral responsibility for make sure say we want to pass on our information them, una pass nothing but the truth, nothing but the facts. Actuality, the reality, because for let we democracy thrive, for let we democracy become that kind of a democracy we look for. Some of them are in the diaspora, some of them are in Sierra Leone, some of them don't travel, some of them not travel yet. But some of them get and also get big dreams and big wishes for we country. As far as what you want for Sierra Leone for B, tomorrow. We have a lot of challenges, and we also get for touch on Austin Demby. And this we get for make a special appeal to Ambassador David Reimer. I think now we'll start with Seth before we go to these newspaper articles and the politics in the Sierra Leone, looking at what's happening within the APC, when you get a certain segment of politicians them for 4 years, we might be able to destroy the country, nowhere to be seen, not hear them, and all of a sudden now flag bearer effect don't come, then they center forward, then at the country, they say then at the region them, then they control this region. But they can't talk about on that day, and how only the people get the responsibility for stop that foolishness inside Sierra Leone. Because again, we are allegiance. So I get for the Tony State, not to a politician or political party or anything else. Now the country interest we get for put before. So politicians get for earn their respect for letting get positions them of authority. We get for make sure say they hand. But I'll start with Austin Demby cash box. Because the healthcare sector in our country, it is a big problem. It is a very, very big problem. People are dying every day. Yeah, you're gonna come to hospital right now, somebody they die. Right now, because what you do? Either the professional, would they say, okay, the professional, the doctor them, or the medical people them, practitioners them, not qualified for them positions them, they don't get the they don't get the tools them, what they need for able for, cipher exactly and diagnose people them properly and correctly in that country there. People are dying untimely death. The life expectancy in Sierra Leone again, I talk, and for man them, it's about 45. For woman them, it's about 54, 55. Once you don't reach the age that day, you didn't have a danger. Anything be with you, you don't get money for sick, real professionals. You are in trouble. We don't see all this that happen. People are dying. But we see Austin Demby, we work NIH, National Institute of Health, America, opposite to say they work. He work there for a couple of years now. This man, we not say, the epidemiologist, then just study about diseases. So, what's in your interest? When you look at him, you don't say, this man and your agenda no more, the push. Now we see it in Twitter page, and they talk about they don't vaccinate 3-point-something million people in Sierra Leone. And then Ambassador David Reimer, they congratulate him. And let me talk to the Ambassador David Reimer a little bit, because you see, I understand sometimes, of course, America has its own its visions, its goals, the things that they are pushing, the stuff that they are passionate about. And Ambassador David Reimer has done a very good job when it comes to every aspect of the healthcare sector in Sierra Leone. Every aspect of our healthcare sector in Sierra Leone. Even with working in McKinney with the CHAMP, that has to do with the, the death rate amongst, infants in Sierra Leone to save the numbers of kids when they die, early infant mortality rate in Sierra Leone. I know the amount of work he has done. But when I see people like Austin Demby, the Minister of Health, actually, pushing COVID, we want this to sound as a reminder to Dr. Austin Demby and that of Ambassador David Reimer and Sierra Leoneans and international partners as a whole. Citizens need a lot more than just COVID vaccines. Even malaria today, Kashi, you would agree with me? Yeah. Malaria today is killing more Sierra Leoneans than COVID. I mean, we all understand COVID ravaged the world. But in Sierra Leone, I can tell you, malaria, typhoid, it is killing more Sierra Leoneans today than COVID. What has Austin Demby done as a Minister of Health in his 2 or 3 years now that he has been?
Even I know we're addressing, Ambassador Reimer, right? But let's go back to the basics, right? I mean, what was the exposure, of Sierra Leone to COVID? Or what is COVID's exposure to Sierra Leone?
Absolutely.
Realistically, it wasn't as
nothing
as
there
in depth as like the America and the UK.
No,
so
the impact was
the vaccination, like it is good because, we always say prevention is better than cure. But realistically, like, we were not that exposed to COVID. And it goes back to what we've been saying. Africa could have taken advantage of, like, whilst the COVID was ravaging the world, surely Africa could have taken advantage. And we were not that exposed to it. So talking about, like, we know, like, the rate of COVID is going down in the world right now. We all know, yes, China is kind of like, the infection seems to be going up and things like that. But yet still, Africa or Sierra Leone wasn't that exposed. So we should not come here now. Like, we're talking about the medical facility. Again, we're going to elaborate a little bit about, like, a colleague of ours, People's Power, his experience about the medical facility and system within the country. So I think there are more bigger fishes in the pond to deal with. I mean, rather than talking about COVID vaccination.
Absolutely, So we want to bring the attention of Ambassador David Rima to stuff like this, right? What is actually happening in Sierra Leone right now? The healthcare the healthcare sector in Sierra Leone, there is nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. It is zero. Nothing. People are dying every day. We don't even have a centralized, electronic system for records of data of Sierra Leoneans. For Sierra Leoneans to go to the hospital and for doctors to be able to pull up their records and just look and say, you know what, oh, the last time you visited us was maybe a year ago. Okay, this was what was happening, and we can take it from there. There is nothing. I think those are some of the areas that Austin Demby and Ambassador Rima, you can help us with, to have a centralized database in a medical record keeping system for Sierra Leoneans to be able to, for doctors and professionals in the medical sector, to be able to pull up records of patients at any given point in time when they show up. This is the things we've been talking about. Medical history. When you talk about, people were saying back then, Cashbox, we don't want to go back to old history. Let's forget about history. No, history is everything. Your medical records, history is everything, because when you go see a new provider, the first thing they want to know is your medical record. What has been going on in your life for the past few years? These are the critical things. So Austin Demby, since you became a minister of health, what have you done to centralize the record keeping system, electronically or otherwise, in Sierra Leone, so that we can have a centralized database for citizens, for us to be able to access the records of citizens, their medical records? What have you done about these things? So these are some of the things that,
going to that point, like, this is I want to believe the money being spent on, like, this vaccination, surely maybe it's 10 times, 20 times, like, the cost of like an MRI scan or CT scan. I strongly want to believe.
Absolutely. We don't have CT scanners. We don't have MRI scanners. No diagnosis tools for our folks in these hospitals. The professionals don't have the tools that they need to diagnose people properly. So what ends up happening is, it's a game of, guess. Everybody is guessing, and until you go see professionals that are actually, that have all the tools that they need to get their jobs done. Sierra Leoneans are suffering. They're suffering. These people that go to the cottage hospitals, where the government does not really take care of anything. It is pathetic for our country. So these are some of the things we want to call the attention of, Ambassador Rima. Yes, we know you're doing a lot of work in the medical sector across Sierra Leone, but these are some of the areas that needs to be paid, that you need to pay attention to. Austin Demby, these guys are only doing these things to seek your attention, to make it seem like they're doing work, but they are not doing anything to fix the healthcare sector in that country. So, I think we're going to skip past that. Gashi Comrade, Raranjanwi. Guys, hold on. Let me call you guys back, because once I can get a disruption, it messes up the flow of my sound system. Let me fix this. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Gashi, say something. Let me hear you. Okay, I'm gonna hang up this call and call Una. I hang up this like call Una. All right. Okay, let me call these guys directly. Guys, bear with us now. Get some technical glitch. Okay. Kashi, say something. Let me hear. Okay.
Can you hear me, Ibrahim?
I can hear you now. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's good.
Cool.
Aha.
Cool.
Okay.
I think comrade just joined as well, but I don't know why. Anyway.
Okay, the ring now.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, comrade, you know me talk, we're not go fire it better. We just talk small about the healthcare sector, the fact that, we see Austin Demby in tweets where he share with we, talk about COVID vaccines. I mean, in as much as we respect the COVID, vaccination, but at the same time, there are many, many pressing medical issues we'll get that Sierra Leone. People are dying not to come on in droves because we're not going to even get basic medication in the hospital, let alone talk about diagnostic tools for help with people, for let them get the kind of a professional care we they deserve. We see doctors then they die because we not get CT scanner. Dr. Wale died because there was no CT scanner. So these are all the things we want to talk about. So we just start with Dandy, and we also go talk about the fact that when you look at what is actually happening with the tribal politics within Sierra Leone, when politicians them feel say that they get a certain region of the country where flag bearership elections don't cancel now, man, they don't begin come what people don't know here for the past 4 years. So they can't talk about all of that, and those issues. And we also go continue with the ECOWAS debacle. Also I see the tourists they talk and what we would expect from the leader of the opposition for tackle. So the other side you meet with Comricocha.
Yeah, because it's all about the newspaper thing,
Right. That's where.
You see, when you get newspaper, them way suppose for build the country, the help for build the country. So their reliance is not on politicians for dash them, for make them make money out of the system. No, you see, Ibrahim, these are the things that where we constantly they try for kind of like bring to people like when the medical team where they talk for. So I mean, how many times come we don't talk about like the 34 medical hospital? I think it compared to Ghana. Apparently Ghana theirs is like 36 or so.
Yeah, I think 37.
34 hospital, but yet still people move. Even Ghana they don't win now later parts they build up, but yet still we they get people that when they now move from Salone go Ghana. Why? Because of bad governance structure. And again, it goes back to the institutions not functioning, the fourth estates, these journalists them where they kind of like write caption, begin to talk, say, oh, Cheriko go nails the ECOWAS. You go see them begin to say, oh, Madabio is the best president ever. Oh, Madabio are the best president, education are the number 3 in the world. You see, can you imagine?
It's mockery.
They tell we say
that provocation.
Education system is the third in the world.
Ranked third.
All of this.
That provocation.
It is because these guys are bootlickers. All waiting and good for them or say something good about somebody. Just give them small thing.
It's provocation to the highest order. For let somebody tell we say Salone education they rank third in the world. Come on, it's a travesty. Now provoke them, they provoke with people. These newspaper guys, they have no integrity at all. This is the problem we'll get for check. Not to the all, we get a few segments of the newspaper, publications them that country they will get respect for themselves. But we know say they ostracize them still. Government they use them tools them for go against these people. It is very disingenuous on the part of these guys for continue for provoke the people in this kind of a way. It's sad. But anyways, Keshi, I think say let offend this video of this audio of City Tunis where you respond at the ECOWAS Parliament, and then we'll take it from there for open up this conversation. Yeah, so
sure.
Let me see.
I don't know, I don't know if it's easy. I'm not sure if I can find it easy.
Well, until you send them, I get your audio there. I go through.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You're right.
Yes, sir. Comrade.
Yeah, sorry, comrade.
Yeah, equally, all the talk, the national issues, them would equally, at the share video, I think I can show in discussion at the background. Then we brought sisters from we the suffer at the Arab world. I think Platon don't deal talk but there's so much that they say we can get problem right now in Lebanon. The thing that we hide Ibrahim, it better they see than the way sick. We get some in the BC, then they even use weapon pandemic. And one day, as the talk, so we in boss with you for firearm very recently. I mean, don't forget them. We try for at the later extent, let it from the horse's mouth, because we don't say President Bill don't go Lebanon pass any side, and they make more saying they help people them. pathetic for a citizen, then they kill them or they do them kind of pan them. If you are then part of the world, you know to need you governments from your country because you are not going to go far person. It left by you. But the Arab world, then the Middle East countries, them all know what's in that. You know, Ibrahim, Africa, sorry, but alone to be specific. If you see sisters and brothers and then that all day the money for them. Say, so then say, look, we tell some man say no good, it's in Arab world, no good. But every day we see a sad story. So we equally ready from the people them, then we'll continue story because at least we platform we are the victim. When I imagine we on platform not like
I wonder if you don't feel so we for do Sumaya maybe because the time we've started in this trajectory now. I don't know. But anyway, it's up to you now because maybe we can tell them now, get them ready for tomorrow or something. Because it's up to you. Wait till you if you say we're at them now because maybe we just work for continue this whole ECOWAS and talk about this whole health issues and the APC and then we bring them tomorrow. Entirely up to you guys.
Comrade, they say waiting. You don't get the ladies there already on the line. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, then they on the line. Don't send me Mrs. F.
Okay. Let's bring them then.
Let's bring them.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll continue with the conversation. Yeah,
yes. Or we can continue with because maybe their situation is kind of like dire right now, so we can continue like this whole thing tomorrow anyway.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, comrade. Bring in car.
I don't cut the hello.
Right.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
No, but they on the line with Ibrahim and Cashbox.
Yes, sir.
So
and you did live now.
Then you did live. You did on recording. Whatever I want to say, now in the world area.
Yes,
like I tell you, say we help who they do. We don't help as a platform in name. Now for identify the problem, the victim them, will make you can't talk your problem because when you talk your problem, it better person tell me talk them because message. If you tell me something, why I explain the Ibrahim and Cashbox, I left something they or I add something you know in talker. So but when you can talk, now you know exactly waiting on the good through. It's not about just you. You know, you don't be victim, but it's about owner waiting affects one at the side the owner day, especially Lebanon on around the waiting happen to like what you tell me we understand say you boss get for use weapon by you. So you did live Cashbox Ibrahim our sister this way that the victim of voting would always talk about they always talk say because of bad politics, bad governance and they make you citizen the left saloon they can Lebanon. I remember Godfather because the 80s, the 70s, 80s, to the 90s, even during the war, people are Lebanon for go for money saloon. Now didn't go for money, not who they can today. Now they left so. Now we didn't go Lebanese days. But they laugh and say for let's see and saloon go for money. But now we they suffer so, family and they suffer so. Now then country and they will be say, trust me, something I good governance more than get to get not to make for work for them. So now Ibrahim Cashbox that the platform this.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So with that is sister and then comrade. Sorry, sister, what's your name? Sorry?
Mayama Bangura.
Right, okay.
Mayama
Over to you, Ibrahim.
Thank you. Mayama Bangura, you're welcome, my sister. You know, Mayama Bangura, when you go to Lebanon, who say you go to Lebanon? Who see you go to Lebanon?
I don't know if the network they play up, but it's like I said, it gets weak.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Hello?
You get with my man?
I can't live 5 months so. That is.
When they get you clear, my man. Did you say you came 5 months ago?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
right. Okay. Sorry. Start again, please. Yeah.
Mama, you need for find good network. Your network not they come through, yeah. I don't know if you need for connect to Wi-Fi. I don't know how possible, but we will get you fine. I don't know if you change your position. Also, I be there. But not they get you again, Mariama. All right. Whilst Mama is trying for adjust, we'll still listen to her at the background, but we'll continue the conversation. Whilst it's trying for adjust, keep talking until we get you clear. Let's see if we get you clear.
Yeah, because we are the tell I can live back on my husband. You are always going to receive me now. Office 9 goes me now house. And I did it 1 month, 2 months. That's it. That they beat me no more because we had they call me people there. I tell me mama see me I'm not expecting a discount. Okay, discount that.
Mama, low reset. Now that we get you, low reset. Low start back from the top. Okay. You say that 5 months you come to Lebanon, no so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you come Lebanon? Who would I go sell this Lebanon idea to you?
I mean, my cousin brother.
Your cousin and brother inside the Lebanon or in the salon?
In the salon.
In Oka, Lebanon. So in the salon right now.
Yeah.
Then they tell you say Lebanon, everything is rose, gold streets them, everything fine. Can't go make money in Lebanon. Now you self come Lebanon.
Yeah.
Mama, I'll ask you this. We can't reach to you pain, we reach to you suffering, but we got to take this opportunity here. So because I don't tell you when like me, I talk about this overseas, this Arab country, they won't let it go. 5 years, 2-3 years now, they talk about Mama, anybody be ever warn you and say, we're not going to this Arab country? You don't ever hear the audio, video where they talk about the Arabs, say we're not go there?
Me, I not ever agree about this when they talk silo no can I not ever agree. Me, if me for the agree, I not for them can I ask.
Absolutely.
Because
Mama, how old are you?
22.
Okay, so you know see salon people left. You see, Mama, would they allow you now let you explain your ordeal? Salon people learn on a education. This is not civic education. This is nothing where the government gets a responsibility for go across the country and educate every citizen about these Arab countries them. But because they have the profit from them, and they continue for make with sisters and brothers them continue for become victims at the hands of these Arab people.
In fact, illegal on the SLP because the labor in the advertised in the
yes.
Na Dubai, na Lebanon,
exactly.
Qatar. Unless governments.
The Ministry of Labor.
So exactly what is going on.
Come on, like what do you talk so? You know, some of these things that are not meant for kind of like be so angry. Now the fact that a country will get everything for create wealth, they create employment opportunities for EU citizens then. And they fail for kind of like create job opportunities, and then they send in people and go to another country, where the human rights records are so bad. Like in Ryan, we don't see how many times in the past years. I remember when I was in Sierra Leone, we see situations where one Lebanese, imagine a Salono beats like somebody when they work for them until a blind or so. In the salon where you born, then they beat you so.
Yes.
Think about if you move go to the EU country now.
Exactly.
Just the lion's den go into.
Absolutely. It's sad. So, Mariama, I know say you sense with frustration. Not about you, yeah? Because you're just another innocent citizen. When the circumstance that make you go reach in Lebanon, they like today, then they abuse you. They can't abuse you so. So the vex, not about you with the vex pan the system. Because you're an innocent somebody, you don't know. If you know, they go there like you go there, so they like today, this kind of a thing they meet you. This is a failure of the government's responsibility, my sister. You're almost not like we Pekin. Because almost me big Pekin at 19 years. You're only 22 years old. You're almost like me young Pekin. So realistically, this thing is a pain we. It a pain me. Cash box, the government, when you go back to the constitution, section 7, 8, and 9. It talk about the educational, economic objectives, social objectives, and educational objectives for we people and we citizens. What's in 22-year-old picking to go to Lebanon for God's sake? This speaking for in a college for God's sake. How's my work, bro?
Mama, what did they do for you, madam? What's what you do for you, madam?
That was girl.
Look,
Okay.
Ibrahim, look, Mama, this is not to disrespect you, this guy, but disrespect you, like what Ibrahim say. No, that's not what we're doing. The reason why you find yourself in this kind of situation, it is because Salon, you don't look left, you don't look right, behind and forward and backward, behind and forward, you don't see no chance for you. This is the reason why you live such life. Ibrahim, imagine a 22-year-old girl Pekin, they go do nanny work, they go do house girl work in a foreign land.
Can you imagine? Mariama, we can't allow you like explain your ordeal. But when you look again, Kashi, if you get the Constitution Section 7, Kashi, pull them up. Economic objectives, yeah, economic objectives. Section 7, subsection 1. The first thing we say, the state shall, within the context of the ideals and objectives for which provisions are made in this Constitution, harness all the natural resources of the nation to promote. But Mariama, while Cashbox they pull the Constitution, you go ahead and talk to her. We explain your story again, how this trouble meets you.
Yeah, because now they are selling the madam, are selling good. I say me because I say this, I think too bad. I say because
Big man,
I
what's up, man? How y'all doing? You too, man.
I also I clean up, I clean down, I clean now the other last floor for in family. Then now they clean. Back now they cry. I say me lady to me in the office and they when I cry back in the madam, they beat me. I beg and say now in sky go left me in the office. When go left me in the office back, the man wake out me. The agent back beats me. He beats me. I miss the girl too. He beats me. Now they push me. Left small. I want for up at the fence. The notice of the AIO on fence. Now they I want for them down. Now all it and the man come out there. Now me and my computer cry. Now they lock me. They lock me in the room. They cry. Now they the other day back. Even time back when come back. You can beat me. And the place open. When the place open, now back paper now left with things and the all wall 1 10 2. And so wall 1 wall 3. Now what's him up na line. Now we beg people that will come to Sierra Leone then the 9 and try the help. Now they then go to be there. When I go to be back. You always rescue me back or when go to me back. I go in house 1 day, 2 days. He send me back out. Now call me mama. I tell her now me mama begin to cry. He say he back to be now so I go meet up and so. He say enough for the make like can I also. Me mama begin to cry. Now me now the courage now me mama say mama I say I beg I say stop for cry. I say pray for me no more. I say can they pray for me let go make I return. And me mama I tell her because then I there when they register for return and then I say mama I beg I want lent money then send inside me mama try that did it for lent money you get money only no my buy space for my money get money this kind of bimbe who can I ask me mama not trust into us money there for I can I ask no more become small and then the day I will help no more because my man in the power old now. I make him send me now. In the woman back in the same moment, and take me back and go push me power. Cannot be one go pada ukre. I cry. I say me I need going game pan this okay. I say me I want to sit down first. La get to go. Let God give me fine sign now. The woman say let me go. The company online they go so let me go. It's not there for it again. I do. It's not there for it because we didn't have this again now. So it's in the not enough for it to this game. And then I go. And then take me. I go. And then don't go. And then go to me at the office. Still me ask the course. I say me lady get on me. They didn't on me. I oak. Lady get on me. They ask me. I see me company. Me ask the cold small. And the madam can't take me. Can't take with 3. That's that money sending now. Because I do sleep. Early morning and then can take with 3 and then go sweep. I don't go oak for Indy madam because the place is big with 3 I would do oak. Talk 9 man can then 9 o'clock. So say 9 can take with 9 can take with 3. And say Mister say now ask you say the good sweet. You say the good sweet 9 get for toxic. You say would they go take something quick no more can now say because Then say we sell the cow na do for the if the one cow too low no again. And so we just go take something quick in the madam. Now see go take something quick and then begin the laugh now load pan the motor car. And then go to then they act and they say 5 minutes. And they ask they say 5 minutes and then get you to be now at the place. When they don't get you to be now at the place. The place now desert so drop so man then had a disease so man them. I don't treat and say low enter inside. Now we enter inside. Now go near the inside because the place in cold. The ice and the photo. Now we enter inside. Who enter inside? And then early morning say back rap wax Mister. We say one return. Now get for say. He say when I didn't answer for 5 days before I return. Now we begin to cry. Now he say we low no cry. Now say Mister. We say we go. Now you go for success. Say we didn't answer for 5 days. How did they say we begin to cry? Then 1 month in the madam car in the go. Then 2 months in the madam the car in the go. Make it 3 months now. The 10 hour the madam car now. When can now wax and now we say for letting pay winner who back low return. And the madam say he say no. He say una the calorie one must for low return. And the madam he say oh don't do we okay now don't do we okay all. And they will sit down. We go sit down for the mutuka. As the madam move the mutuka, so in the Mr. Nanka, in can roots with 3 for the mutuka. Then fling we, in can roots with 3 for the mutuka. Then he be done. I don't begin to cry. Then calling Bobo there. Still they can't take. Then take we then go lock we inside the room. The dog room with 3. I don't begin to cry. Then the madam go begin to cry. Then they say the end of the day say, and then watch. Begin to pray to God, and they all don't scatter. They all in Bobo there in the Mister no they don't scatter. And they would say for Pueli Dumo now 3. Because I mean before I don't go before. And now they begin to one. The one way they be now. Last year. And he say look, they say the day per one, no, he say the day per one. And they load for the motorcar them all. And see the paper 1 and then 3. Then load for the motorcar and then fall away in the Mr. Oligon. And far me other company. In far me now the try now for go now inside the bush now. And then go for can farm me now me foot at the drag now to me body now the drag now to me body. Tell go now the bush and then go take me. And then go fling me for the motorcar for the backwood. And then go to me now house. I don't see me company again. They all 2 I don't see them again. I begin to cry, my foot they bleed, the blood they come on. My foot they swell no more and they swell. Then one man come from Hamad, go trying to tell her, see this speaking, see, una go to an hospital. See this in foot for no get problem, see, you una go to an hospital. And the mister get for laugh. In Bobo then they laugh me. They begin to laugh me, I cry. I say, Mister, I say, go to me in hospital, I say for me foot. I say la waka ne waka again. I want master the photo. Any master I master the photo and ne waka. Any girl for take me and put me pan mutuka. And then go to me now hospital. Any hospital then be go to me. Any side then go to me. They never watch me. They say they never this situation any time. Then go to me 3 hospital, make it 4 hospital now. 9 now they able attend to me and 9 they watch me. And they give me injection. Then 9 then go. Do scan on my foot. When they ask me, I say now the Mister line for me. And the Mister then go ask and I get for say begin the line. He say you know me for farm, you know say now they arrest her. Now woman pull money.
Oh man, you're gonna limit me.
Okay. Same for the loss.
So don't lose them. Very pathetic story.
Sorry, my God.
I say they can go do an operation for me foot. They say because the bullets stay on my foot, they can go do operation for me foot. They say the bullets stay there. And then go to the room. And then give me 2 injections then on my waist bone. I my body all side diaper me no more now. The cry no more now. My body all diaper me. I need to ace my foot. And then look up at the television, I watch. But then the way to save me foot. And they go for watch me foot. And then check bien. And then pull the bullets. And then put on. And then they begin to get me foot. I begin to cry. I then in the Mister and then tell her. They say 3 days then comes me back now hospital. And then take me. Then go to me in house. They go to me now. So that I want wait so I need wait. I call it for little help me for like wait. They need one. I direct. Say I go na the bathroom. Say I wait. Say that 10 days they need go to me now hospital. Me back now I tell them now say me let them go left me at the office for like I return. I didn't take me. I didn't make them say they go to me now the office is come on. I didn't take me. Then sway me in a line. And then push me. And then run because of the bush. And then push me. I begin crying. I bush has slipped down next to me. I go in now the line. I begin beg now for help. And one man asked me, he said, "What's supposed to come? The man is speaking English now." I say I come on a beg good. I say, "I didn't complete it." I say, "Go to me." I beg her. 90 man asked me. I explain. 90 man take me. Go to me. I beg good. Then he asked me for me, the post you had this one. I said, the post you had this one. You know, they don't return back now salon. I say, I get one of my sister where wedding house. I say, go to me, and then take me, then go to me now house. And then go put me. And then they make for me video now, then send her now. That day they were go now. And so it's happened to me so.
Maraba, you get me? Maraba?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, you get me?
Hello?
Yeah, we get you, Mama.
Yeah, they get you, Mama.
Okay, we don't lose Sam.
Hello?
I think so. We don't lose Sam. Mama, reset. You know, Comrade Gashi, this is, you know, why this bother me? This speaking born year 2000. 2000, now he's speaking born.
Yeah.
With the world for the ticket transformation, 2000, we already look forward to the year 2000. I remember vividly, clearly well. Now he's speaking born. Kashi, comrade, every day I see them picking them from the Naval Academy, the Air Force Academy, West Point. Now the year this way, the one that we born 2000, 2001, they need college already. They don't need their first year now. They have a bright future set for them. We with 22-year-olds, then they send them for go be housemaid.
Yeah.
Houseboy.
Yeah.
No future. Then you get people there. Come record cash box, salon people there. Now 4 years this of Marabio destroying a country. No hope for any young person in that country there. Now it don't reach point for flag bearership. It is your man they come on, they want to be president. They have no clue of these problems, these underlying issues where they suffer from our country. Now Mariam and you now yeri. They are the one that will know yeri but come and Kashi. We know yeri about them. We don't know about them. Because when they kill them.
They sent to you. Then do it that the way you don't. Now half dead. Now God know what's going to happen.
No, she's gonna die.
From the same
She's not gonna survive.
Now God know the one the way be say who no sabi. Imagine if you picking this time you picking me picking big pass yourself, me picking big pass Marama. Imagine 22-year-old picking. Now in the commode or picking there, if not to the knock around can cross temple run, then call it and can cross water, then go can you know Ibrahim for make Tiwi BC legal, then make it legal for suffer picking them. I tell you, no politician in picking no day or in Pambo no the way they camp and this year when in a realm of office, none of them.
No.
Instead, they tell us say una wait. Even if you're not qualified, they'll get them find job no ataki, get them find job na airport, get them find job na them office them. Or they know sabi the pains. If you want to fly them come, they go fly them come na UK na or America or them better European countries them. If you want to help them or Australia or they know they ever when they go say we don't make better plan. I remember I see UBC we government of Sierra Leone pull paper say the government of Sierra Leone don't make an agreement with Qatar, with Lebanon, with two ministers of labor. Then come to and say no make an agreement for let the people can get a good job. Now they don't get complaint from all over, from Qatar, from Lebanon, from nowhere. All who said us brothers and sisters they go so today. Ibrahim now God know. This is the one who can know. See remember how they use weapon. Fire or sister. Do I know? Now God nothing would happen them. It makes so many times. I don't know where if some man they come out to go. Now time them always you go. That could die. Again. You cannot know about. Imagine Ibrahim who said this speaking day. So we explain we say they use weapon pan two of citizens there. Then around Liban the president you don't go past all sides. Even when they on trade, begin and grab like he will say politics. You go there, you go see that to go medical. Remember, you know, medical like UK.
In the middle of COVID, of COVID, when the war
you know, medical like UK, Germany or USA, you see that Lebanon, they go medical.
Yeah.
He spent the first Afghanistan president how many millions of billions of
yes. 10 billion. That's it.
Then all of it. He say they buy ticket for all the brothers and sisters who want to come back home from if na Kuwait now, na Iraq now, na Kurdistan now, na Qatar now, na Lebanon now. If you say they put government if they spend money, Ibrahim they need to spend $1 million for buy ticket for all of them. For all of them for come back. Now this is what they talk about. Now because the victim. In the English will explain the story by itself. This put this picking that you picking a position. If you picking in this story, this way.
22
how you go feel?
In future, all now for go to Nani, for go to boy. You know, 22 years, Ibrahim, like what you they talk so come in, like what you they say you picking big for and by far. Who that go and make him picking all 22 years? By then say they are supposed to not finish university. Like Ibrahim, when you talk about the Naval College, we're picking up of this, you know, this picking age
every day.
By age
every day.
Now, let's say they try to build the future. Some people they don't come out, they don't graduate, they're making money. Like Una Sidom, the same Una you picking them, and you know the sad things that say if you don't take them, the madam where they work for so, say them, they get family where get shop na salon where they make money na salon, then they send them money go Lebanon.
You know,
Ibrahim Cashbox, if you buy listen at water, because if we really picking the way you see something that the water make it all lose like na water, even water, you know, it's better than now. Ibrahim, the especially part the people now, even the water will picking their brothers and sisters in the spiritual. But
absolutely.
This is the 21st century for God's sake, Ibrahim. Government make agreements to countries where the human rights record is very, very poor.
Yeah.
For that to go kill them. Government, through Ministry of Labor, they say they advertise them. Hey, this government don't make sure they want 5,000 jobs in Lebanon, in Qatar, in Dubai. You know, governments make an agreement to countries where the human rights record very, very poor. And the effects of us.
You know, this is very, very sad. You talk about human capital development, Marabio. Human capital development. It is a failure to our face. So we face. You go all over the world, they talk about education, this and that. Now picking end of 18 years, so he finished high school 18. At age 22, this speaking for almost the graduate college now. Because by 19, he don't enter college. First year, second year, I don't 20. Third year is 21. Fourth year, 22. So 22 years of age, this speaking for the done now, for the member for getting college degree. For let him move to higher heights in life and think of the next, which is the bright future already ahead of him. But look at this speaking 22. How many more 22-year-olds? We get for because this speaking not going to be the last. And until we take these issues very seriously, Cashbox. These are some of the things where we talk about civic education, traveling across the country, show people and then story there, and people like this Maria to them for being an ambassador. But the problem is when there is this stigma attached to this particular thing. So we sisters them, a lot of them. Because of what then go through, especially when it comes to like the rape, some of them they make them become, you know, prostitutes. They put them in brothel, man, they sleep with them 10, 15 man a day, they sleep with them. So that kind of a stigma they make it very difficult for them to talk about these ordeals where they go through where they reach Nasa alone. But I'm telling you, if in a serious society, a serious system, these people, first of all, the state for take care of them, provide psychological evaluators for them at every given point in time. Inside Salon, how many psychologists we get? I don't think so. We'll get one safe where I know. It's none that I know. But people like this, the government for actually employ these kinds of people, make them ambassadors for travel across the country, for sensitize and educate the rest of people, and make them a criminal offense for people for even left the country for come to any of these Arab countries because they know of the kind of inhumane treatment when they give them. The government, if they really elect them people, and this is when governments they make laws. You know, they infringe upon the rights of citizens.
I wish we can get Mama because I really want to ask him waiting if they do in a salon before he travel. I don't know if they get we still.
You know, if people like say decide where they know for talk because it look like say the people don't come or something. It look like say the one day we be in charge of farm.
You know what, Ibrahim? Let's maybe since we go ask him. We could bring him shortly tomorrow. Maybe let we end this audio.
Absolutely.
Maybe you call me back.
Okay.
While you just talk in the background because
I think she's listening, Cashbox. Let continue for listening. I think they listen.
Right.
But sometimes not just able for talk because there is some guidance at the background.
Yes.
We don't come there. So they're afraid because they see how they talk, something they go, now that's trouble and the back. See what you talk to.
Exactly.
You know? So I think that's what it is. But I think she's listening to us.
And maybe it's safer for make we keep up on the line anyway. Just in case.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but Comrade Kashi, this is what you would talk about. Human capital development. We don't for create jobs. We talk about Kande Yumkela. Look, the NGC, they say they get about 11,000 positions so they don't take all over Sierra Leone right now at this particular point. Inside Sierra Leone, they say they get 11,000 positions they wouldn't fill. But look at Kande Yumkela. He gets a PhD in agricultural economics. This man not do nothing when it comes to agricultural sector. Kande Yumkela should have been able, with him PhD, for employees from thousands of Sierra Leoneans. Some people like Maria too, for able to get job in Sierra Leone in the agricultural sector alone, which do value added. But they could say, well, not in a president, I could do if not to a president. When at the same argument with the Gibak said, Dr. Sumar Kamara, not to be the president all these years, he worked at the government, but he was never the president. Logie and chance. Because these are the issues. I hope say people like Dr. Sumar Kamara, they listen to these stories. And waiting that we action to get for take. Day number one, when he become president on June 24, 2023, these are priority issues. That the issue here for take on dead on. Because if any society would have valued their citizens, and Kashi, I want you, Kashi, you get the constitution, please read section 7. Read section 7, economic objectives. Let people in the failures of the government for protect with people like a Mariama. Read them, Kashi.
Yeah, well, that's a good one, Ibrahim. Like it says, the state shall, within the context of the ideals and objectives for which provisions are made in this constitution, harness all natural resources of the nation to promote national prosperity and an efficient, dynamic, and self-reliant economy. Self-reliant. And then B, it says manage and control the national economy in such a manner as to secure the maximum welfare and freedom of every citizen on the basis of social justice and equality of opportunity. C, protect the right of any citizen to engage in any economic activity without prejudice to the rights of any other person to participate in areas of the economy. And then D, it says place proper and adequate emphasis on agriculture in all its aspects so as to ensure self-sufficiency in food production. And E, ensure that the government shall always give priority and encouragement to Sierra Leoneans to participate in all spheres of the economy in furtherance of these objectives.
You see,
Ibrahim, again, like that, especially that east side.
Yes.
It says to make it give priority for encourage Sierra Leoneans.
Thank you.
It's very Lebanese thing they talk so.
Thank you.
When the Lebanese they go for loan in a bank, they get it. They create business. They think you see Lebanese man come, we don't get nothing. They come, they gear alone, they open shop. Are the Sierra Leoneans being given the priority over the
Lebanese? Apart from that, check the company. They see one Lebanese man, they get past 20 company. And the supply government, if you can't buy medicine, you can't buy yes, you can't buy cement, you can't buy everything. 98% of the investment to the national, even communication.
Can you imagine? You know why?
Even mobile
Comrade, you know why?
Control them.
You know why? Because ranging from APC to SLPP communicator, this is how they launder their funds. This is a systemic problem across the board.
Absolutely.
This is money laundering. That's why they launder the money because they would rather do business with the Lebanese and the Pakistani or the Indian because they know say they're not going to talk.
Yeah.
Where they get a contract up front, then get a which they get it. This contract worth $20 million. Okay, you get $5 million. Case closed. The balance now, let people suffer, let the country are lucky and watching no more. Don't. This is why money laundering. Even recently, African Express talk about. Comrade, now they tell me how African Express they talk about the fact that they Cashbox, which you talk to Cashbox about giving loans to Lebanese and foreigners then at the country. They would rather give them kind of a loans than to these guys And then at the end of the day, the African Express final say the money where they get these guys, the money end up back in New York. Money laundering. So it's like they give them a loan, but it's not really a loan. It is laundering the finances of the state. But Kashi, that's section 7. Go back to section 8.
Yeah.
I think that is social objective, section 8.
Yeah, that's the social objective, yeah. They say the social order of the state shall be founded on the ideals of freedom, equality, and justice. I don't know how even want to make we talk about Ibrahim, the constitution. It don't sound like a picture book, bro.
Oh man,
like this very thing when you
just. But that treaty we also cash box. No applicable as alone.
No.
Freedom, equality, justice. None applicable as alone. None.
This now is it the court of farm like
yeah.
Salon?
Yeah, freedom, unity, and justice.
Yeah, not applicable. But anyway, it says 2, in furtherance of the social order, every citizen shall have equality of rights, obligations, and opportunities before them. You know, Ibrahim, what they read it's like I say, now play at the play now. Because realistically, Ibrahim, yes, it is good for people to understand that it is in our constitution.
Yeah.
But it is like I say, now play with it now.
Kashi, let it
because are all these things applicable to the citizens?
Kashi,
like, do they enjoy these rights with the constitution? Like, you want the way for protect, guard the constitution, then go tell we say, what's in there for do?
Kashi, let them hear, let them learn. Until the people are emancipated and free and educated civically, I'm telling you, we'll not get any way forward. Read out for them, Kashi. Read out for them, hear.
Yeah, it says, every citizen shall have equality of rights, obligations, and opportunities before the law, and the state shall ensure that every citizen has an equal right and access to all opportunities and benefits based on merits. Oh my God, I'm not sure about that. And then it says, B, the state shall recognize, maintain, and enhance the sanctity of the human person and human dignity. Okay, another facade. And C, the government shall secure and maintain the independence, impartiality, and integrity of courts of law and unfettered access thereto, and to this end shall ensure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity, and that opportunities for securing justice are not denied any citizen by reason of economic or other disability. Oh my God. It's only if you pour you the rot in a Panema Road.
Absolutely.
You the rot in Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
You know, and then he says number 3, you know, Ibrahim, like Kashi. Number 3 is kind of like long, except if you want to make
No, left number 3. Kashi, jump to 9. Yeah. When you talk about educational objectives. This speaking 22-year-old, they go be nanny. Jump to section 9.
Thank you. Yeah, it says the government shall direct its policy towards ensuring that there are equal rights and adequate educational opportunities for all citizens at all levels by A, ensuring that every citizen is given the opportunity to be educated to the best of his ability, aptitude, and inclination by providing educational facilities at all levels and aspects of education, such as primary, secondary, vocational, technical, college, and university. B, safeguarding the rights of vulnerable groups, such as children, women, and disabled in security, educational facilities. And C, providing the necessary structure, finance, supportive facilities for education as and when practicable.
Kashi, you feel safe that Pekin in Mama gets confidence now with system. You go trust money them for them Pekin go be nanny, houseboy, na Lebanon, instead of when no say if you Pekin go school na salon, you get the opportunity. You will get you know, Kashi, that's the constitution. Sierra Leoneans wanna download and wanna read them. So until we hold leaders they're accountable.
Yeah.
This is why we have opposition in any country. In a democracy, we get diverse voices. You get the government, where they always want to protect their own interest. We get the opposition for call them out. How many members of parliament will take
you see, the point, because this is what this government very good at. They will tell you, say, well, I make we can with free education. Ibrahim, opportunity, the word opportunity in the constitution does not necessarily mean free education. You can still provide economic growth People, that is an opportunity, creating jobs. Like waiting comrade, they tell we the last government, and not so even comrade, we saw it in the numbers.
Absolutely.
Job opportunities were there. Absolutely. People like almost time they pay for school fees 75,000. It was affordable. That is opportunity. Not about just can't create this free education where people kind of like make money out of it. Senga kind of like making about $2 million. Senga tell we say no and picking them for make them go private school now in choice and all that. The opportunities we're talking about here does not necessarily mean it has to be free, but it has to be affordable.
Kashi,
that is another opportunity.
Actually, if you read further down, you get what they call the free education. The Constitution actually make a clear say for give free,
Section 2,
which is a responsibility of the state, right? But Kashi, the person who actually give free education in Sierra Leone was President Nkrumah. We'll talk about the subsidization of education, 70%. So if you pay your school fee at 10 million, President Nkrumah they pay 7 million. Now 3 million you pay. That was the real subsidization of the education. It not make them free because say difficult giving economic status and everything, but it make them very affordable for people. And when they light be there, some people sell water till they pay their balance 3 million day.
Absolutely.
These are the things
what we should know, their country they are like, I do not know about America, the system, but I think it's the same. Like now, it is free. Feeding is free. Now I know in America it is free regardless, but in this country, like there are levels. Like for me, I pay for me picking them the lunch. Right. That's cool. Because if you are certain level, you have to pay. But if you then below certain threshold, then now free. The government they ask you for nothing. So even though it is free, but you have to think, say, okay, almost put this person they earn. If you earn like above the threshold, no. Let's be fair. Girls begin to earn certain amount of money, then you still go eat. So even though it is free, like yes, we need to pay school fee, but like the feeding and all that in the day, I pay for my kids because if you pass the threshold, then obviously you get for paying to the system. Absolutely. Because that is like equitable distribution of wealth.
With America, I don't know because America then get private schools them ways and say they cost them $60,000 a year and this and that. I don't know much about those ones, but for every school system now, and most of the private schools them are them millionaire, them billionaire, them of course for security for the picking them, so that they did inside. But as far as I know say me picking them, then they get lunch, But do they really like me? Like, Gabriel they eat in lunch with a pack lunch for. You cannot like the food when they get in at school, so you pack your lunch for them. But still, picking and they eat the lunch because they're good food. I don't see them package them and all that stuff. But I think they're all entitled and they get her, as part of, waiting. But again, you see, Kashi, but these are the things. The Constitution is very clear there. 22-year-old picking, look at the Sofana Lebanon. Then President Bill tell you about human capital development. Then they tell you about the educational system and this and that. Then value citizens. There is no value for the lives of our people. And Africans, that is the problem with we. Whitman, you see Whitman and go suffer in any country like that? No. Whitman, they elect themselves. But we? No. That's what we all know because we can pull with safety. We care about we people. Now, positions of authority now will not get for take care of. Because if I, myself, Cashbox communicator, I believe saying people's wife will get the power for going to Lebanon right now and go pull with citizens there, repatriate them, commodity. What they do? Would they go to Lebanon today, contact the Lebanese office, the Freetong, and tell them, say, we are coming for citizens across Lebanon. Then we sister and brothers them. We want them all. We're going to move them. And anybody, all we people in our house, we then keep them. And we go through all the agents them. Give we a detailed account. We forget number for number how many citizens all left that country there. And with the go to Lebanon, let we make it clear. And all of this now open communication. Let person say, okay, me no come, me I come, me I didn't Lebanon, I like Lebanon, I work, I enjoy. But we forgot take with citizens and work out with them back. We can engage them positively for make sure so they get some side forget. Salon people don't want beaucoup gentry. Salon people just want for make sure say they are short of the basics. Salon man just want for no say at least every day I no go. Kashi, if you take for start up food banks, I believe in all of them things and they start food bank them in the country first. There's so much wastage of food in this part of the world. We can able to keep them canned food then and all that stuff then we can go first in a salon for that first 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We get food bank them in every district.
people, everybody will announce them. No, they're hungry. We get food for now while to the work on agriculture. But Cash, we can expand this conversation on and on and on. I think say left to now and continue. But
no, I think
this
we
is
should
painful.
end it here, Ibrahim. I think let's come with accept if you get a different view. But I think we should end it here. Like the thing we want to talk about, Ibrahim. We still get time. I think this is pressing, and it is good that comrades say we come and talk about these things because like them picking they are not supposed to go through the life wouldn't go through, Ibrahim. If you don't take transitional and with no disrespect to Mama, it will end up for go like do like God forbid prostitution and all that thing and they young picking 22 young for God's sake.
Now God knows what he do this. If they cannot find the picking, they suffer for life. Then treat and God know what he the good food. Kasi salon sorry. People need to take them picking and put them in a position because they don't picking them. Then they sleep and they like the silver spoon. Then they eat. What's in the ones they're sick and they fly and go. The cheapest side okay they go to Ghana or Senegal. Pay beaucoup money for that and treat them. But the poor people they win and then they rip off. Now the moment they sell in the market, sell in the Abacha street, sell them for the market where they pay tax, we make. Then they pay them that beaucoup money. They not care about it. Because whole government they can see human capital development. The first government this week I will see the best way they boost to is education. They say we open book so many can wash them for brothers and sisters. Imagine Kashi. They not so open vocational centers.
Look what's in the talk. If Mama go take loan. Now this beginning can return go back.
Microcredit.
Expect say they can work in Lebanon, they pay the money.
They pay the money.
Now if you don't take the again go begin to lock them up that sell because people the way go take the money to go able to pay her back.
The government will open vocational centers and say now go open vocational centers for them for brothers and sisters them.
No.
For empower them more. For like carpenter, a messenger. Imagine after the war, Ibrahim, they miss this SNP not so better people. After the war, they spend huge money, doing the destruction program. Ibrahim, they get them, the woman them for guarantee dying, tailoring and catering and so many things. Ibrahim, the only government that
it's a huge industry in Nigeria.
Correct.
The textile industry.
It's
a huge industry. But again, like Ibrahim, like what you would talk. Since when would they see goats them, sheep them, like they ear them, then they say, then find clothes there, celebrity clothes them. That's just all that's thing they take make up. We all now they take the ear them, they bone them, then we eat the kada, we eat the cow kada, you will roast them, we eat them. You see the mentality?
It's sad. Comrade and Kashi, when you look at, just the hotel tourism, industry in Sierra Leone, for create millions of jobs for Sierra Leoneans. Because when you talk about Sierra Leone, the natural beauty of Sierra Leone across that number 2, the peninsula area, Yanda, Salon for be like number 1 tourist destination across West Africa. We're not getting nothing for
doing the tourism. I saw your man enjoying Salon. He takes some lovely pictures there. I saw him on Facebook. I don't know whether I should call his name or not because I don't know if they Arasan because we call it
Emil?
Let me call his name Emil.
Oh yeah. No,
He takes some lovely pictures there.
Absolutely.
It was amazing. The beaches them and then I didn't see him because you don't say India into that. I can imagine what they think right now.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the potential.
Ibrahim can spoke the entire salon na tourist attraction area. Any part of salon you go, and get what tourists they look for. Yeah. If you go na Puchong, go na Sulimala, see the beach.
Really?
Yes, good. One side in Puturu, up 12 miles to Puturu, and call it TY Island. Then they get them place in a fine place. Left they go na Konadu with the street cash works. Go Kabala, look at Hilo plan go every year. Imagine that Hilo BC is the center of the tour. Wait now they see the one route. People they come up for say I go Kabala up the hill. Cash box commodity. Kana Kambia will get go na Tambaka. You get even free on cash. You get so many things left. They go na people. That's all. Some people say the kids sleep them. Go na the one who salon na tourist land. Even kono go na kono. With them the mind areas. Any partner salon go in na tourist area. Go na free on.
King Jimmy. Don't say them they go load the slaves there.
Yeah, King Jimmy, King Tom. The one who salon gets go look at. Let you say the salon to hey I don't know think God put away. Cashbox they forced the university to country they say now the first country get primary school, secondary school and university. The Forbe College when in the first one they build now at they look at from where they under born. Then we know they keep records. True. That place for don't go first. Say the first country in West Africa we get university. Look at They look at it, when they move up from client or can go up. That place will be a tourist attraction center. Then students, they names them for the first student where they attend, they names them for the good pay for watch them. Yeah. Yeah, all these things, Ibrahim. What's I know? Serious. Go to museum. Look some museum that's Paremba Road. Everybody Ibrahim Impala. Everybody Ibrahim. Seriously, Ibrahim Impala big passer.
It's sad, man.
Look at like that small room there. Museum. Imagine. We cannot, we need to grow, Ibrahim. I don't understand like you say. Even where the world does so, Ibrahim will get a lot of students for the pay money for look for. Where the world on all level upon there. Me, I remember this. I still talk this year when we go for go bond upon in 2002. Where I see this thing, late in Aroma or Blessed Nobody, I get a picture today. Also, it's snap. A reason as young I was among them all, I say, hey, then go and no keeper for history. Hey, they want me. In fact, there was, hey, come on, how didn't keep them here? They said them born up. Because when you read Gaddafi, the weapon we take over, we overthrow in Uncle, take the get up. Now Uganda, the weapon we this Museveni then take for camp 17 rifle and they use for camp run that revolution where they take the get up. When you go now Guinea, the cancer, this somebody to the alpha then sort them, take it and get them. When you go now Rwanda, even they hate them with that 800,000 people, they call them all the keeper. People in the people who look at. They say never shall this happen again. Get the weapon there.
Absolutely.
With nothing. If I'm all, even the tank the way RF and Bono ran the Ekobok being country level, they make an all scrap metal. Now we go to four soldiers there. Bible and Sodu said it. Masamusa and Sodu said it. Nowhere to be seen. Kalun the jacket who said it. Yeah. Nowhere to be because we history where you go now museum now for go see them where they draw them na paint na Bible this then go drum. Even in Ronco where you know go Cashbox go na Guinea cut somebody to take today in sword in Ronco everything did at the museum.
They need touch them.
That's everything. They're not touch them.
Respect.
Go on Senegal. The slave who said them to discuss they can get all the slaves for them carry Nairo. Cashbox take today then get the handcuff with them put on the it did it. This decided with them they lock them. If you see the dojo they take it did it. If you see them making that people in Uganda Cashbox if it pass thousands in a daily basis. Now it's an island. We know that we go to Tasso when I did them they kept the slave force. You know they go by the island when I didn't get a forefathers there. The place not there's nothing. So it is not too late. Because I remember I went to Lisbon the other day, like this historic museum, I should say. These things like they show like kingdom, like where we don't fight. Most of them are replicas
Absolutely.
Of like the team them. They just make them, but realistically not to the original one them. So it is still not too late. If the ideas are there, we can actually build on it.
Absolutely.
Because I remember I watched a documentary of like a British guy where do like a documentary. I think
Ramesh.
Where he show the island there where we be get. Where he go on Banana Island, outside the slave masters they be the drink. They even kind of like dig out like the wine bottle that whatever they use and all that. These are all things that where we can build on and make money out of it.
Ramesh.
Because God is the day where they make money out of the slave trade and how it used to be done.
So you see, that is where this Pequeña so Maria to them, for engage them all, and then we sector in the Sierra Leone gets a very beautiful climate around the year. People would come, even we in the diaspora, man and go na the country every day instead of some man na come for go na other country for go Dubai. Which I for go na Dubai. If my country they thrive, there is peace and stability. We are ports where you can they embarrass you and harass you. They need thief your luggage. People because now the whole thing begin. We structure with one system. Nobody know for beg anybody when they come na airport. But you reach na airport and begin beg you. What's in it for you, before man stamp your passport, what's in it for you? All the things they get for fix them. These are systemic issues. For engage people like Maria to them. Let Maria to not left salon for go turn house boy, black people, boy. Now we they go find the slave. Now we they go become slave willingly. Tell them they can't take away. Now we they go become slaves. Hey, boy. She comrade, I think say, left for bra. But comrade, that point where you talk so, but all the tourist attraction them, they'll keep their notes and they Kashi and comrade. Because when governments change, those are some of the areas. In as much as we focus on a tribunal for bring the people and perpetrators of harm to book, but those are the areas they will focus back on. That tourism area, the marine resources, we for make money. We for take money, stone money, and we for make money for make sure say we empower the citizens that are continuing. It will happen. Maria too, my sister, with the round up now. You want for say any last word to we, Maria too? You able for talk? If you able for talk, say anything.
I think she's gone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Some people don't read Maria too story. Wanna share the audio there. Every parent, you get a responsibility for talk to your picking when you hear this. Wanna let them listen to Maria too story. 22-year-old picking. And not for the worry, this kind of worry. Maria to for the get papa love, mama love in times like these. Therefore, they can find in a college, then we can them. Send for them. Then they pray for in graduation now. Let himself become somebody in the society. Maria to not for go be a housemaid, not for go be boy for nobody in any part of the world. Lord, respect yourself as black people and as Sierra Leoneans. Lord, let yourself, Lord, respect yourself. Let we hold the leaders them accountable for fix the country for we. Young people them. Una left for feds for politicians. Una left. If they want for people and for feds, let them go take their young picking them and family them. Una responsibility now for vote. That's all. Una change the circumstances. Let Maria to be the last one. But I know say we'll go for a more of Maria to encase them. But hopefully this message will serve as a stopper for somebody else who think for come overseas, especially that they Arab country. I don't say America, I don't say England, I don't say France, I don't say Germany, but no go to temple run for come overseas. No go through Libya, no go Lebanon, no go Syria, no go Oman, no go no side. Suffer us alone. Stand up, engage in civic community participation. Educate and sensitize your people and let them know how to vote. Hold your leaders accountable. Speak up. But they all one and they all on all. All members of parliament are accountable. Then get a responsibility for save the fate of Mariatu and more. We will go for come after Mariatu. Some people already left now. Civic education is the key. Then go save the country. Bye bye everybody.